Today, we are bombarded with information from all corners of the world, but not all of it is reliable. Digital platforms are making information easily accessible, true, yet one needs to filter the fake news. Not every source has accurate information, which can cause problems, especially around the second wave of COVID 19. Vaccination, mutations, RT PCR, symptoms, double masking, and all the necessary precautions. To address all these queries, PBNS had a detailed discussion with Dr. Samiran Panda, Head of Division of Epidemiology and Communicable Diseases at Indian Council of Medical Research. Till now, it is a well-known fact that viruses by their very nature keep on mutating. But how does this mutation occur? Let's gain some more clarity with the insights through Dr. Samiran Panda.
The viruses could be RNA viruses or DNA viruses, and at the time of proliferation, it is not the exact copy that gets formed from the parent virus. So during rapid proliferation, sometimes there are insertion of the amino acid. So what one encounters is that one amino acid has been replaced by another. Sometimes the organisms have good proofreading system by which they could correct, but many a times the proofreading does not happen well. So those insertions or substitutions do remain in the offspring virus, which is different from the parent virus. And so we will say that there has been a change, and those changed forms are known as mutants.
Earlier we heard about double mutations, but now a triple mutant has also been discovered. But how are these mutations being identified? And are these mutations worrisome?
So there is now in India a country-wide network called INSACOG. And INSACOG actually, it's a track of what is happening in terms of the mutations in SARS-CoV-2 virus. And they are being catalogued and they are being studied. Okay, we have now been able to identify a variant of interest, but that should not give rise to a panic. Because be it a new mutant or the old circulating strain, they all get transmitted by using the same route of transmission.
After the first wave of COVID has passed, we are experiencing the second wave of COVID-19 in the country. Let's get to know the difference between the two.
The second wave that India has witnessed from February onwards is different from the first wave that we all experienced in India in 2020. However, we have from the Indian Council of Medical Research, we have a national COVID-19 registry, and there we tried to examine the clinical features of the individuals who got admitted in the hospitals with COVID-19, and we compared the clinical features this time in 2021 during the second wave and the clinical features which were recorded in 2020. We realized that there was not much difference in terms of the clinical features of the patients who got admitted with COVID-19. The only difference that we observed this time during the second wave was that larger proportion of the admitted patients, those who had COVID-19 and got admitted in the hospitals, a larger proportion of them had breathlessness. And so they were given oxygen, they required oxygen. So the oxygen requirement has been found to be much more during the second wave in 2021.
Today, India is the country with the fastest vaccination drive. The vaccine has been administered to more than 13 crore people. And Dr. Samiran explains why vaccination is the need of the hour.
Following vaccination, if I get the infection, it will help me that I have taken the vaccine. I can jolly well expect not to progress to the severe form of the disease, or my possibility of requirement for getting admitted in a hospital, or my requirement for oxygen, and even my chance of going to the ventilator or death would also be averted. So that's what the vaccine does. The vaccine prevents progression of the disease to a severe stage.
Dr. Samiran also informed us about Indian Council of Medical Research's new study revealing that Covaxin works against multiple variants of SARS-CoV-2.
What we did, we took serum, like you take blood and then separate serum from them. So we took serum and we tried to see whether those serum which were collected from the Covaxin recipients, if those sera were able to neutralize the double mutant the virus, which those viruses which were cultured, they were sort of used in the experiment in order to see whether the sera collected from the Covaxin recipients were able to neutralize. It's called plaque neutralization assay, and so there it was a good news that the serum was able to neutralize the double mutant.
Dr. Samiran has also put forth the information regarding the credibility of RT-PCR tests performed in the country.
That RT-PCR test that is used in India, that is being used in India, they do identify 2 genes of the virus or more genes, and so chance of missing out the infection is less. Secondly, I would say that yes, if there are changes in the viral mutants, that all the gene components which are being targeted for detection by the RT-PCR test, the changes have happened there. So there is a chance of evading the diagnostic test or even evading the effect of a vaccine. So that is a matter of time, but as yet we should not be panicked. The RT-PCR test, which is being used in India, they are performing well.
India has displayed to the world many noteworthy public health measures, whether it is about the development of vaccines or supplying medical help across the nation. India has always extended a helping hand. We will be back with more information. Thanks for watching.